I'm a member of Acorn, and today we are launching our Housing Priorities campaign. And to launch our Housing Priorities campaign, we've zeroed in on the campaign preferred by the Acorn membership, that the Acorn membership voted on. They voted to pursue an anti-reno-eviction bylaw. And an anti-reno-eviction bylaw would, as the name implies, establish a system that would make it very difficult, would essentially remove the financial incentive for landlords to displace people under the guise of cosmetic upgrades and renovations.
In Ottawa, because we know it's an important matter, because we know there's 5,500 tenants right now that are being targeted for renovictions by landlords in this city. And this is after they've already targeted people in Manor Village, in Heron Gate, in Sandy Hill, at 142 Nepean Street for renovictions. They're still doing it.
Shame!
Yeah.
Can you just explain to the viewers at home what a renoviction is?
Sure. So an eviction, you know what an eviction means. When we talk about renovictions, we're talking in general about the phenomenon whereby landlords or developers will evict tenants on the grounds that they are undertaking some sort of overhaul or cosmetic changes to the property, so that once those changes are complete, they can justify, as they will, hiking the rent for the tenants. So that would be generally the renoviction, pushing people out to do changes, not for improvements for the sake of actually making the units more livable or improving conditions, just for the justification of a rent hike for any prospective tenants. Ideally, right, for landlords have even more of an incentive, to push out the tenants who might have been dependent on a lower income and attract more higher income tenants who they can then, even justify pushing the rent up even higher.
That is the kind of absurd situation where, because I took a chance, I went out there to try this job in Newfoundland, didn't work out, and because I moved out, because I didn't hold on to my apartment for dear life, I am now paying on a yearly basis, quick math, $2,400 more to my landlord for the same basic apartment. That is the kind of thing that we need to fight against, and that is the reason that I am a part of Acorn. Thank you all for listening. Right. Who are we?
Acorn!
Who are we?
Acorn!
What do we want?
Affordable housing!
What do we want?
Affordable housing!
When do we want it?
Now!
Tenants.
Mighty, mighty tenants.
Give me an A!
A!
Give me a C!
C!
Give me an O!
O!
Give me an R!
R!
Give me an N!
N!
What does it spell?
Acorn!
What does it spell?
Acorn!
Who are we?
Acorn!
What do we want?
Affordable housing.
When do we want it?
Now!
All right.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why. I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why. You never said you felt that way, and guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
On June 21st, 45 Acorn members and tenants from across the city gathered at the Renters' Rights Rally to kick off the results of Acorn's tenant survey and top municipal housing priority, an anti-renoviction bylaw. At the rally, MPP Stephanie Plant's staff member accepted our anti-renoviction bylaw proposal on her behalf, along with our request to put it forward to the City Council for them to take action on Ottawa's housing crisis.
It's, fundamentally perverse that we should have City Hall, who's supposed to be working for us, enabling this sort of abuse of power. Because if the abuse of power is an option, like period, if it's an option for developers to or landlords to hike their rent on the grounds of some sort of renovation that they pushes their tenants out, of course they're going to take advantage of it, and that's going to have bad effects. But nobody should have that power. It's grotesque that we would, put the financial interests of landlords above the right of people to stay in their homes.
Chant now. Who are we?
Acorn!
What do we want?
Affordable housing!
When do we want it?
Now!
Who are we?
Acorn!
What do we want?
Affordable housing.
When do we want it?
Yesterday.
The issues that we have with housing and transit come from the same source. It's a lack of funding. City Council doesn't take either of them seriously, but they're public goods and they are important, and we need to be funding both appropriately. Instead, this year, City Council decided it was going to limit itself to a 2.5% property tax increase, which is well below inflation. That was on the pretext of affordability. And that means saving the average homeowner $40 a year. That's nothing to somebody who owns a house. But it means a lot to the people who use transit or use affordable housing, because both of those got cuts. Transit got a very explicit cut, $47 million taken out of the budget, another $40 million hole because it didn't come from the feds, and affordable housing got cuts through inflation. $16 million budget, up from 15 in a year of 10% inflation. That's not good. So we're not treating our public goods seriously. These are things that not only protect people who are marginalized and low income, but they're the things that lift us all up. Basically, the situation we're in is not great for anybody. If you have to own a car, that's expensive. That's $10,000 a year. If you have to try and buy a house, that's a lot more money you have to save up. So having those public goods as options is very important, and we're really dropping the ball on it.
You're here today, Rose.
I am a human rights activist, and fairness, justice, human rights are always very important for me. That's why I'm here.
Were you surprised to see that in Canada we are paying so much money for rent?
I'm in that system. I live here. Surprised, but did something should change. That's what I think. Something have to change.
And that's why we're out here today.
Absolutely.
Is this issue important to you? Pourquoi?
Because I'm low income. I grew up in that country. I did a little bit of education, but I never find myself having a high-paid job. I'm always low income, and of course, it's important for me, fairness, financial equality.
For tenants. We're going to do chant again. So who are we?
Acorn!
What do we want?
Affordable housing!
When do we want it?
Now!
Who are we?
Acorn!
What do we want?
Affordable housing!
When do we want it?
I think the rally is great. I have huge respect for Acorn. I think what they're doing, and they've been doing for a long time, is excellent. They're mobilizing renters, they're organizing renters into a formidable political force, and they have a track record. I wasn't aware of this until last week, but they were mentioning all of the successes they've had just here in Ottawa. A lot of small things that build up to steps that you can build on to create a movement, and I think that's great. And I would love to emulate what they did last Saturday, which was the Tenants' Rights Council, which was a forum for tenants to basically the more people we get at those things, the more we can say, look, we do wield political power, we do have demands, and then people start to listen. So huge respect for that.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. Really appreciate that.
I think housing is a right, and I think that housing in a place, in a community, people have a right to stay where they are, where they have networks of support, where their children go to school and have parks, where they might be close to clinics and facilities for healthcare and recreation. They have the right to stay in place. And the reason landlords have more rights than tenants is because they pay for the campaigns of legislators at city council and higher. And so, of course, unfortunately, tenants are very often paying at least half of their income and working 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet. They don't have, never mind like the money to throw at a campaign for a legislator. The landlords, by keeping rents so high, are disempowering tenants from being able to from being able to participate like in the economy. When you're choked to having to pick between rent and food or rent and something else, then your opportunities are limited. But you're also limited in the political arena. And so, and of course, once that you have that imbalance in place, the people on top of that imbalance are not going to relinquish it lightly. So that's why it takes Acorn and as many allies and supporters of Acorn as possible to meet the power of money with the power of our numbers.
To be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Woo!
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away, as you fade away. As you fade away. you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.